A new Ontario rule for prospective doctors is sparking backlash within the medical community. Ontario's health ministry now requires international medical graduate to have attended an Ontario high school for at least 2 years in order to be considered for the first round of residency matching. Now, this rule excludes the majority of internationally trained physicians, ITPs, including out-of-province applicants who completed medical school outside of Canada. Dr. Natalia Silveira is one of those affected. She's our guest this morning. Welcome.
Hello, Anne-Marie. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, how did you feel when you heard about this requirement change?
Honestly, at first, I was a bit shocked. I couldn't understand that this was happening so just out of nowhere. I couldn't see it coming because we had already started our application process for 4 weeks. We had paid the fees and started the application. So I didn't feel like it was exactly what I was saying. So it took me a while to understand. And after, it kind of drained all my energy, to be honest. And now I feel like it's almost too much to handle. I feel sad, stressed, anxious, and probably close to a burnout. I don't know. It's been a lot.
When you went looking for answers, what was the reason given for the change?
Well, we don't have answers. We haven't been really proven to what could happen from here. It seems like this was done to address the shortage of doctors here, and I don't really understand why. For me, it's like a measure to make the Ontarians that had to go abroad be able to come back and study here. But honestly, I think that it is going to backfire because we have a really great amount of doctors that won't be able to participate on the matching process, and there's no data that proves that Ontarians or anyone that done high school here could be more inclined to stay here after residency. So I don't really understand the point.
The Canadian Medical Association and the College of Family Physicians of Canada are also expressing their concern over this change. Before this new requirement, there were more than 1,200 eligible applicants. That number is dropping to 170 at a time when we are desperate for family doctors and other healthcare support in this country. Who is being lost with this change?
So as you said, we have two groups, two different groups. The Canadian ones that didn't do high school here in Ontario, that won't be able to participate either. And we have the immigrants, people like me that have experience or others that have just graduated and that came here because they were told a story that Canada needed us and that we could be able to integrate in the system. So as you can see, it's more than 1,000 doctors that won't be able to participate. And what we expect is that many spots every year, a lot of spots are not filled for residency. Nobody gets there, they're empty. And so what I think is that this is going to get even worse.
What does this mean for you?
Well, for me, it means that I'm really very far from my dream of becoming a vascular surgeon again. I am a vascular surgeon, and there are only a few spots. The only spot that was reserved for immigrants was in Ottawa. I can no longer participate, and there are no other options that as an immigrant I can participate in the country, so I cannot be a vascular surgeon here, not this year. I hope that something changes for next year. And the majority of the spots are in Ontario, so I can say that for me, it means that I probably won't be able to be a doctor, to become a doctor again next year. So it's like postponing what I know that I can do best. I have 7 years of experience practicing as a vascular surgeon, many years in the ER, and I'm here just taking care of my baby in my house.
I'm sorry that you're not going to get to experience in this country what is needed by, in Ontario, 2.5 million people, over 6 million people in this country without a family doctor. What is your hope going forward? What do you want to see the Ontario government do here?
Well, we have been getting a lot of good feedback from doctors here, from the societies, from the Canadian associations, medical associations. So I hope that the government of Ontario can listen to what the medical community is saying and what us immigrants are saying, because we are taxpayers. I own a house. I pay taxes, a lot of taxes, and I abide by the law. I do everything that I can to better integrate in the culture and in the system. I have a community here, so I hope that they can look at us in a way that doesn't see us as someone that shouldn't be here. We are here because we want to integrate in the country. We know that Canada welcomes immigrants that are willing to contribute to the country. So we came here willing to do that. And I wish that they can look and recognize that maybe this wasn't the best thing to do, and that they can change it in time for the first match, for the first iteration for the match.
Natalia, you have crystallized so well what so many people are saying is a frustration, is that we have this need, we have people who want to come here and practice, and somehow those don't seem to align. Dr. Natalia Silveira, internationally trained physician, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks so much, Anne-Marie. Have a good day.
You too. If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.